Hi folks, welcome to day 4 of Algebra C. Today we're going to be learning about how to multiply polynomials. We're going to be multiplying binomials and then binomials with like trinomials today. So that's where we're going to go ahead and start. So when we're multiplying two binomials, right, if we have like x plus 2 and x minus 5, we're going to need to do something called foiling. Now, if you've never done foiling before, to FOIL, that's a mnemonic device. It means you're going to do the first set, which is x times x. You're going to do the outer set, which in this case is x times negative 5. You're going to do the inner set. Inner set is 2 times x. And you're going to do the last set, which is 2 times negative 5. All right, so that's our FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. So if you're ever asked to FOIL anything, that's what you're going to have to do. So in our case, if we were doing foiling, our first set of x times x gets us an x squared. Outers, x times negative 5 gets us a negative 5x. Our inners, which is 2 times x, that gets us a positive 2x. And our lasts get us 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10. Now, all of these then get combined into one polynomial. So, when we're writing them out, we have x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 10. All right, once we've FOILed, then we can go ahead and combine like terms. So I want to combine these two because they both have x's. Remember, you can't combine your negative 5x with your x squared because they're two different powers of x. You just can't combine them. So we have an x squared, and then we have negative 5 plus 2. Negative 5 plus 2 gets us, a negative 3. X minus 10. So that's how you FOIL or multiply two binomials. You only ever FOIL when you have binomials. All right, so now that we did the easy part, we're going to go ahead and take it one step further. We're going to be learning how to multiply binomials with trinomials, all right? So if we have something like x squared minus 2, and then maybe our other two factors are x plus 2 and x minus 5. Now you're always going to want to start by FOILing out two of your 3 binomials. All right, so you're always going to want to FOIL 2 of your binomials when you have a situation like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do these two because I already know the answer to that one because we just did that. So then I have an x squared minus 2, and then I have x squared minus 3x minus 10. Now, when we do this next part, we're going to have to do FOILing, but we're going to have a middle part. Right, so we do our firsts. So we have x squared times x squared. Remember, anytime you're multiplying polynomials, your coefficients multiply, but your exponents add. So x squared times x squared gets me x to the 4th. I'm going to go through a lot of different colors because I want to make sure that it's really distinguishable for you. So then we have an x squared. Whoa. So we have x squared times negative 3x. So I have negative 3, because I have negative 3 times 1, gets me negative 3. X squared times x gets me an x cubed. Then we have x squared times negative 10, gets me negative 10, because that's negative 10 times 1. And then x squared times 1 just gives me an x squared. So our third term is negative 10x squared. So we did our first term with every term in our trinomial, right? We did our first term with every term over here. Now we're going to go and do our second term, multiply our second term in with everything in on the right side as well. Whoa! So we have negative 2 times x squared gets me negative 2x squared. I have negative 2 times negative 3x gets me a positive, because negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So I have positive 6x. And last but not least, we have negative 2 times negative 10 gets me a positive 20. Now all we have to do is go in and combine like terms. So here I have an x to the fourth. There's no other x to the fourth terms, so I'm just left with an x to the fourth. All right, and so I can say, all right, I crossed off my x to the fourth term. Now I'm going to see how many x to the x cubes I have. I have a negative 3x cubed, nothing else, so I'm going to go ahead, cross that one out, write that below as well. Now for my x squared term, I actually have two of them, right? So I have negative 10x squared and negative 2x squared. So I'm going to combine those to be negative 12x squared. And remember, here our coefficients are adding and subtracting with one another because they each individually have their own x. They're being added and subtracted. They're not being multiplied, so you do not multiply the coefficients. All right. So we got rid of our x squareds. Then we just have one term with x in it to get plus 6x, and one term with no x to get a plus 20. So our fully multiplied form is x to the fourth minus 3x cubed minus 12x squared plus 6x plus 20. In an effort to keep my videos a little bit shorter, even though there's a lot of content, I've written out lots of extra examples in my written notes. So if you're still a little confused about foiling, and then foiling with an extra step like we did in this example, make sure that you're trying to read through those examples. And if you have any questions, let me know. This is also a really good time to let y'all know and remind you that tomorrow we're going to have a quiz, right? Because tomorrow's Friday. We'll have quizzes on Fridays. I'll try and post some form of review activity or a review video, something like that, before your quiz, but it'll be really short. It's not going to be anything too intimidating. And the nice part is we're at home, so it has to be open note and open book. The only thing I ask is no internet, all right? I don't want you to use the internet for that because I want to know what you know rather than what the internet knows, all right? Thanks for watching.